Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Hi, and welcome to the Visiting Angels podcast, a special edition with special guest co-host Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
I love it. I love it. So are we going to, new show here, Visiting Angels?
Brand new show.
Brand new show. Well, we're going to talk local on the Visiting Angels podcast today. Thank you guys for listening in. And my guest, Mike Norfield, everyone I'm sure knows Mike. He's been on the show multiple times. And I love having him on and having him support everything we're doing. And are you tired? Because you just got back in town, right?
Just got back from Nashville, and boy, am my arms tired. So.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed watching, like, you guys had a good time.
We did.
That's
had a
my
great time.
bucket list trip is to go to Nashville.
Bought my very first cowboy hat to go with my grown-up boots that I already had. And so
cool.
Apparently my wife liked the hat, so I guess it's here to stay. So
I almost thought I was going to have my husband snagged like into taking me to Nashville this year because he's a huge Chris Stapleton fan.
Right.
And he's playing in Nashville later this year. But ticket prices, it was, it was Chris Stapleton and George Strait. So
right.
Tickets were like $400 a person by the time we got to him. So he was like, no, negative. We're not doing that. But I got lucky today because I got a little pop-up notification. Apparently Chris Stapleton's coming to Virginia Beach in July.
Okay.
And tickets were much more affordable. So I called my husband right away and I was like, hey, can I get the tickets? Because we got the lawn seats, which I almost would prefer more to just lay a blanket out and just hang out and listen than be sitting in seats and worrying about people.
Depending on who you're next to, that can make or break a show.
Right.
Yeah. So, we're just, we got lawn tickets. I'm super excited. So we're going to go see Chris Stapleton in July.
That's awesome. Yeah. We went to the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, and let me tell you, that's an experience that is well worth every penny.
I can't wait to do it. I'm going to, like, if I have to go by myself, that's cool, but I'm going to go at some point.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah. I got to go to Charleston this weekend.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you waving at your sisters.
That was actually super funny. So we went to Charleston for my daughter's gymnastics competition. And we were down there. We got down there really early Friday morning because another set of gymnasts from her team were performing at like 11. So my daughter wanted us to get up at 5 a.m. and drive down there so she could be there to support them. So we did. But yeah, so we were there Friday through Sunday. Well, my sister, her and her husband had set up to go on a cruise that the port was in Charleston. So, they were, what do you say when you're leaving? Launching from there? I don't really know.
Departing.
Oh, there we go.
That's good job.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. So this is why he's the host today.
That's why it's the Visiting Angels podcast.
But they were, that's right. Thanks. So they were departing from Charleston. Well, I, for some reason, thought they left Thursday and it was a Thursday through Sunday trip, not, so I didn't even think about it. And we decided Saturday, my daughter didn't compete until like 6:00 at night. So we wanted to make the trip, educational as well. We'd never been to Charleston. So we did the ferry over to Fort Sumter to look at the, do the history of the fort and everything. And as we were taking the ferry across, I noticed there was a cruise ship that was, docked there, and it was the Carnival Sunshine. And I said, well, I could have sworn my sister was on that particular boat. So I messaged her and I was like, what cruise ship are you taking? She's like, oh, we're going on the Carnival Sunshine. She said, we're actually boarding right now. She said, we're just now getting on. And I was like, oh my gosh, look out the thing. Like my ferry is going right past your cruise ship. And so we ended up taking pictures of each other's boat. Because we couldn't see each other out the window, because we're little people. But so we each took a picture of each other passing by, and we waved and said, have a great trip and all that good stuff. Because they actually weren't going to depart until 4. And I asked her, I was like, do they just let people on just to like look around and you have to leave by she's like, I don't think so.
No,
I was like, shoot. I wanted to just jump on there and see what it looked like.
Come on, have fun.
I think they made a movie about that situation. It was called The Titanic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how that worked out.
Hey, he won tickets. He legit got on there.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Leonardo didn't cause any crimes on the Titanic, but I'm sure there were people that did though.
Right.
But yeah, that was really fun. It was a fun weekend. I had my very first lobster roll. I'd never had a lobster roll
Wow.
before. That was okay. So first of all, let's talk about it was delicious, but I don't know with what I paid for it. It was that delicious.
Right. You paid for the experience of your first.
I paid for a bunch of I mean, that was a lot of experience right there for this because we got 2 lobster rolls and I got a cup of lobster bisque. That was it. I'm not even gonna say how much it was.
Right.
But it was not cheap.
Well, I mean, so our wonderful pilot out of Lynchburg decided not to come to work the day we were flying out to Nashville. So we drove to Charlottesville at about 90 miles an hour and, flew to New York and then to Nashville. And we got a sandwich, a bottle of water, bag of chips, and a muffin, and it was like $40. So
he just decided not to
show
show
up. Disney.
How do you do that?
He just called into work. Like, they're normal people. So
I didn't realize pilots were normal people.
I know,
They could
right?
just call into work.
It's like when kids see
They
a
don't stand by
teacher
pilots.
out in the real world, and they're like, we took our little nieces and nephews and to a thing out in the Rotary Club in Forest in London, and they saw one of their teachers there, and they were like, "She's out here dancing," and it was so funny because they, they weren't expecting to see her not in a classroom. So
Yeah,
it's that same kind of thing.
That's funny. I didn't really think about that. That kids have that kind of complex about their teachers and stuff
Right.
because they look up to them and they think
Right.
like they're only there in school.
Right.
So
They live at the school, right?
live at the school, yeah. So that's cool. We both went on some cool trips, first time trips this week. We're definitely going back to Charleston. Like there's way too much
it's
to
beautiful.
not see.
Yeah.
And we're not taking Riley back. She was well, she wants to go, but we Chris and I we do like to do alone trips because you get stuff, you have to do that sometimes with kids. I mean, I like to take my kids places. We do a lot. We're doing a lot of trips with them this year. So it's definitely we got to have some alone time for us too.
Yeah. This trip to Nashville was only like our 3rd or 4th trip by ourselves, where we just went somewhere, just the 2 of us. And I think we were married 12 years before we went on the first trip, kind of solo without kids, and now we're here for it. So
yeah,
it's also easier because our youngest is 19, oldest is 24. So
yeah.
Makes it a little easier to go without them.
It doesn't make. Well, let me tell you something. No, because my 23-year-old and my 24-year-old, always they go with us, and I still try to, I still try to do things with them where I still pay for some of their stuff, just because, to be honest, when they were younger, I wasn't in the financial, I didn't have the
Right.
ability to do what I do now.
Right.
And so sometimes we feel bad because I feel like Riley gets a lot of things, because we were young. I mean,
Right.
I was a young mother and, kind of working up to what we have now. And so we kind of were like, oh, well, we'll pay for Disney because we didn't get to take you when you were little, or, so I
Right.
try and do things like that. Now we've already done that. So their next trips to
And-
Disney, they're going to pay for themselves.
And to be fair, you also crashed their Disney trips. So,
Okay. You know what? Why do we got to bring up old stuff?
So the phone was ringing. I just had to call you out.
I did crash Autumn's Disney trip.
Yeah.
But we're going back this coming December. We're taking Riley down for Christmas.
That'll be
'cause
good.
You have to go for Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
Christmas Town
amazing.
in Disney is fantastic, whatever they call it.
And yes.
So, and it's amazing because you can go down for Halloween and, October 31st, it's all pumpkins everywhere. And then you go back November 1st and
It's Christmas.
Christmas. And it's like, man, I can't even get like 1 or 2 trees up overnight. I
Yeah.
can't imagine.
Yeah, they change it up
Yeah.
quickness. So, well, we're doing, I'm really excited because we've got our upcoming business awards event next week. And we're sold out, which is awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep. So we have, and one of the things I'm most excited about, and we have not put this out, and so it's going to be kind of breaking news here. We have a new award this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
will I win it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but our judges did come, and we do have our award winners in all of our categories.
Oh. You don't say.
We do say, and I
Oh.
know who they are, but
Oh.
I'm not going to say who.
Dag on it.
You'll learn on next Thursday. But we always have the judges that give out, the different. We have small business of the year, large business, retail, food service provider,
Service provider.
regular service provider. Yeah, service provider of the year. Rising star for a business it's been like 2 years or less, and then artisan, community service, like community impact awards. We have a bunch of different things.
Citizen of the year.
Citizen of the year.
I know because I'm up for that one.
You are up for that one. You're up for.
I'm up for 3.
You are
Small business.
citizen and service provider.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we have a so those are all voted on by, we had a team of judges that came in and they read through every application that was, sent in, and they did a whole judging panel thing. So myself and staff, we step out of it because, we don't want people to think we're playing favorites or.
Because then I would win all of them.
Yeah.
Me and Woody would split them all.
Yeah. Well, Woody, I'm not even going to start on Woody. Woody, no. So yeah, so we have to, we try to do that fairly. Now, we do give out our Volunteer of the Year award. That is something that, myself and my staff.
Which is a dead ringer this year.
So
I know
hands down
who it has to be. And if it's not, I'm just getting up and walking out.
You know who it is.
I do?
Yeah. I know you know who it is because we actually have had people just like you that have come up to me and been like, if that is not your winner this year, then they're going to flip a table or something.
Right.
So
right.
No. So yeah. So we have our Volunteer of the Year, and then we also do an award called our Roland K. Peters Award. So Roland K. Peters was kind of like the founding president of the Lynchburg Retail Merchants Association. He was really big into the association before he stepped down and everything. So we give this award out every year to a small business. And in the past, it has been more retail focused because it was like the Retail Merchants Award. And he kind of started with the retail merchants. So we try to look for a business that we have seen growth out of. We have seen where they
Visiting Angel.
do community service. We see where they are really, serving their purpose, the mission, everything.
Visiting Angel.
So I'm excited to.
I'm excited to get that award.
Would you like to finish this? No. So we're excited to give that out. But for the first time this year, we're going to be giving out the Michael Grant Leadership Award. For those who don't know who Michael Grant was, he was the owner, president, founder of Michael's Carpet World.
Okay.
And Michael's Carpet World was a longtime member and supporter of the Lynchburg Retail Merchants Association and then the Central Virginia Business Coalition as we rebranded. And up until the time that he retired and actually closed Michael's Carpet World. It used to be on Old Forest Road for anyone who doesn't remember. It's now a tire center, I think. They've changed it into a tire center.
Because that's what we needed.
Right. So, and he also had a location in Madison Heights. So,
right.
He had those two small businesses that he worked for years. And then after he retired, too soon passed away this past year over some different complications. And so we thought, what a great person to honor with an award.
Yeah.
We don't do it for every member that we've ever had that's passed away. But, Michael was such a big supporter. And honestly, I have a very personal, connection with Michael in the fact that my mother has multiple sclerosis and Michael was a big supporter of her. He donated to me every year when I did the multiple sclerosis walk in our area. He was always there to support me, and he even came once and helped put carpet in my parents' basement when they needed it. And, just overall, such a great man, and a great supporter of the community and a great leader. So we thought, we're going to give out the inaugural Michael Grant Leadership Award to someone that we feel has been a good leader in our communities and kind of embodies what I think Michael has in the love for their business, the love for their community, and all those things. So I'm really excited about that this year.
That sounds exciting. Congratulations on winning, Woody.
Oh, thank you so
Go
much.
ahead and call it now.
I prepared a speech already, so
yeah. I can't with you guys.
I'll wait till after the show.
I really can't.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yes, I'm excited. We have Carrie Wright. She's going to be the speaker at the event this year, just kind of talking to the businesses. We have Purple Door Catering is doing the food.
Oh, amazing.
Oh my goodness. And the menu is fabulous. I think we're doing, I'll just give you, we're doing some.
Not beef stroganoff.
No, we're doing chicken marsala and French braised beef.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Yeah,
but it sounded fabulous. So.
La braised.
So whatever it is, that's what we're doing. And then some stuff. And then she has also prepared. So there's from 5:30 to 6, there's like a networking portion. So there'll be a big charcuterie spread at the beginning. We have a cash bar. And then the Blue Lady of Bedford here is doing all of our desserts. So he's going to have some really fancy torts and
I heard
pies.
he makes amazing desserts. So
he does make amazing desserts. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it was a good way of using multiple members to do things.
Yeah.
So we're we're good. We're excited for this event. It's kind of our first one of the year. And then we go into just got the final flyer copy ready for
Nice.
our
Final.
Our marketing guy was on it, man. He got
Great.
that. Got
They
that
don't
to
play
me.
there with that agency. They don't play.
Watts Creative Studios, man. He
That
was,
guy,
Yeah.
he is on it. So
he was on that marketing flyer.
You should hear his acceptance speeches. They are amazing.
they're amazing. We use them for everything.
Yeah.
They're good.
So
good
we're
team.
so we're getting ready to put that out today because tickets are going on sale today. We are going to be hosting our first ever Lead On Small Business Summit on March the 30th. So this is going to be open for any small business owner or any business owner. I mean, you don't got to be small, but I mean, any business owner that wants to come out. We've got 6 really dynamic speakers that are going to be talking about different things to do with your business. And if you're an entrepreneur looking to start a business, it's a great option to come out and listen to because we're going to start with like that DISC assessment and then move on into different topics. We also have a low ropes course option. Now you don't have to participate in that, but we will have that option if you want to come out and, maybe bring some of your team and do a low ropes course there at the event and kind of learn how to work together. How does that work with leadership and things like that. So we'll have that, but we have some wonderful speakers. Mike Cook is going to be coming out and doing the DISC assessment. We have Carrie Wright, Jennifer Rolland. They're both phenomenal speakers in this area. Butch Jefferson, he's going to be doing something with the John Maxwell trainings.
I love Butch.
We also have Abe Loper. He's doing I got to remember, it's called Feed Your Baby and Give Them Ranch, which sounds like a hilarious topic, but it's about your baby is your business. So how do you feed that? How do you financially support your business? And then something with giving them ranch is like giving he'll have to explain that one but it was funny. We were just talking about how much everyone loves ranch and they put it on everything.
Right.
So, anyway, that's going to be a fun topic, but tickets are only $75. So they're very affordable for small businesses. You can get your tickets online, on the CVABC website. I believe our website person has got that up and
that I'm telling you, that team.
I mean, he's on it, man. I don't even know.
They don't play.
But we do have a limited number of tickets because we don't want to have too many where, we're not able to get through all the things. So we're selling about 100 tickets. So like I said, $75 a person. That includes your breakfast and lunch. We'll have that provided for you. And then all of the speakers. So it'll be a really great day to come out. And we're hoping if we have a good turnout for it, we're actually looking at potentially doing one in the fall as well and doing some different topics and different things. So, so we've got that coming up. And then as far as other things happening this Friday, I'm so excited about this. Crumble Cookie is opening in Lynchburg.
So I see that ribbon cutting is 8 a.m. Is that right?
Yes, it's at 8 a.m.
So are they going to have cookies at 8 a.m.?
They are going to have cookies at 8 a.m.
Okay.
So, good
I may
cookies.
have to add that to my calendar.
Fabulous cookies. I was looking at. So I don't know if you're not familiar with Crumble Cookie, they change their cookies every week.
Right.
So it's never the same. Now they always have the chocolate chip.
Right.
Which heck, if you just go for chocolate chip, that's phenomenal.
Can't go wrong with a good chocolate chip.
That's right. So they have a good chocolate chip. And I think they always have their sugar cookie available.
Mhm.
But then they have like 4 or 5 different ones. I think this week some of the ones were like Kentucky bourbon butter cookie. I know they have like a chocolate brownie batter or something like that.
That sounds good too.
The best one I have ever had, hands down, was their cornbread cookie. So it looked like cornbread. It tasted like cornbread. It had a little pat of like icing butter on the top, and then it was drizzled with like honey. Oh my gosh.
One of our friends that
so good.
That Heather and I went to high school with, Holly, she went to Crumble in Charlottesville and brought us some back. And they were really good. And we got like a potato chip cookie that was like, I still can't decide if I liked it or not. It was delicious, but it was just so weird.
Yeah.
So
they did one also that was like a blue icy. And it tasted like you were eating a blue icy, but it was a cookie.
Okay.
It was ridiculously crazy. But so they're opening this Friday. We are doing the ribbon cutting for them at 8 a.m. So come out there and support them. Get in line for your cookies. Because I'm sure, they're going to have them up ready to go.
Can't wait.
And then we're doing a ribbon cutting next Wednesday at our office, 805 Berks Hill Road. But we are doing the ribbon cutting for one of our food trucks that comes in, they come out and set up every week. So he just got the food truck, the trailer that he uses. So we're doing a ribbon cutting for Porterhouse Catering,
which is really good.
which is super good.
After
Porterhouse.
After our last podcast, brought to you by Visiting Angels, apparently. Where actually I think I actually was the host that day, filling
You
in
were.
with Andrea.
You were.
So I had to go out there and get it, and it was good. The macaroni and cheese lived up to all the hype.
Yep.
It was really good.
Yeah, so we're doing his ribbon cutting at about 10:45, so
Nice.
then he can start, slinging lunch at 11. And we want people to come in and shop at our store.
Yeah.
All Things Local will be open.
Where's that going to be at?
805 Burks Hill Road, which is right up the street here, about 5 minutes up the street. It's
Yep.
not too far.
You can see the Bedford Visitor
Yep.
Center from the parking lot.
Oh, at
pretty
your
much.
office?
Yep, at my office.
They have 2 gorgeous signs that someone
Can't
put
believe
up.
you.
Like, so there can't miss it. It's whoever that
Our
just
marketing person is full. I mean, is your shoulder hurting? I mean, elbow
the,
over
my
there?
back is
We can
hurting.
do
a
it
little
over
bit.
there.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, and
10:45.
we are going to be hosting. So for those of you who listen in live every week, we got a little change up for you next week.
Oh,
It's a little bit of a change up, a little bit of curveball.
Yeah.
So I need to actually let my guests know. So Jeremy, listening, because I think you're my guest next week too. Um,
Jeremy's the guest for the next 6 months.
yeah,
I heard.
Jeremy's on
Yeah.
here. But we're changing up the time. So instead of it being from 12 to 1, it's going to go 12:30 to 1:30. I think. Woody, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, ish. Whenever we decide to kill the
Ish.
feed.
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we are going to be live, podcasting live from my office, from the
Yes.
store, so we can be there, kind of supporting Porterhouse and have him come over and chat a little
Yep.
bit. We're going to talk with our guests. We're going to talk a little bit about
Awesome.
the store. Maybe do some fun giveaways or something. I don't
Awesome.
know. We'll see what happens. But so if you normally listen in at noon, we're going to be about half hour
Yeah.
behind.
Give us till
next week.
12:30.
Yeah.
Yep.
12:30. Because Woody's over here hosting. He hosts quite a bit of podcasts. If you go on GroveStreet.fm, you'll see
Yeah.
all the different ones. But we do have one that records right before us. So and they're police officers, so I didn't feel
they should
appropriate
just do
that
it
I just
live from there too. Like I think you just need to talk them into you only have to set it up once.
That's
like,
it. We just do the whole live thing from the
I
parking
mean,
lot.
that
From
would
the
be
parking lot.
That would be
yeah,
fantastic.
Brandon could
I
come.
think I'm gonna get a truck and just do live
Cool
podcasting
talk.
on back of a truck. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
that's something new nobody's seen before.
Instead of a food truck, you could have like a
a podcast, truck.
Podcast truck.
We just
Fresh
roll up.
Yeah.
fresh hot podcast
I like it.
right off the griddle.
Right on.
Fresh
Yeah.
hot podcast. Y'all crack me up. This is why I like doing shows with y'all. But so yeah, something new. We're excited about it, and we're doing all this leading up to April 5th, which is it's gonna be our 100th episode,
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh, look at
Man.
that. I think I'm on that too.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm trying to. So for the 100th episode, I am trying to get back like my crew of people that kind of helped kick off the show. So
Right.
Mike, DW Lawhorn, I'm gonna try and finagle him back in here. If I can get my lovely co-host Diane to come back on,
Oh,
even
that'd
if
be great. even if it was a phone call.
yeah, and
that
she
would be
may have to
fantastic.
call in because she is working from home and she does have a job, but I want to have her call in and kind of, be a part of this too. Brandon, I think Brandon Brown with Brown's Heating and Air was one of my first ever, show hosts.
Yep.
So trying to do something a little fun for that show. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mike, real quick.
Yeah.
Anything new with Visiting Angels since the last time we've
I don't know. I
chatted?
haven't been there in like a week, so it's been fantastic. I've been on vacation, so
Said I've been there
um,
in a week.
no, we've we're still just growing and adding new team members. And if you're looking for a job and have a CNA or a PCA certificate and you want to find a good place to call home, we work with you to work around your schedule and things like that. You can just go to visitingangels.com. We actually have if you go to our visitingangels.com/Lynchburg, on the left-hand side, you can talk to us about care, and it'll take you to a chat directly to your cell phone, so you're not sitting waiting on the website. And if you want to go to the right, there's a little box where you can actually do the application and do the whole kind of first phone interview by text. So you can do that at 3 a.m. or right now while you're listening to this podcast. And we actually have an artificial intelligence that actually does that first step of the hiring process and actually books your interview in the office. So
Oh, that's good.
it gives Beth Schrock, a CVABC member, and also our wonderful recruiter, it gives her a little bit of a break as far as
Okay.
trying to catch candidates after they apply. And, especially if they're working night shift and they apply at night, we're trying to make that process as easy as we can for our caregivers and show them from the very beginning that we are different from other companies. We treat you better and just try to show you your worth and your value as an employee.
Okay. Well, I'm a big fan of Visiting Angels. I've said it before. I'll say it again. They're a wonderful company. Lots of awards on their walls. I go in. They steal my awards, put them on their walls.
That's happened.
It has happened. But no, I'm
So-
just playing. But no, I mean, Mike and his team are great, and they do a lot for their community, and they treat their patients well, and you know you can tell. And I think that's important with a business is when you have, you know, you can tell that they really care. It's not just they're in it for the money. They're not just, you know,
Yeah, we actually
doing it to have a business.
we actually started this. I used to be a florist in a previous life, and my dad
Mhm.
and I talked about opening a business together. And we actually talked about opening a florist. And he said, "Well, I don't know anything about flowers, but I know about old people." And I told him, "Well, that's because you are one." And he decided that we still wanted to go in business together anyway. So he found Visiting Angels, and my grandmother, you know, I'm originally from England, but we had adopted grandparents here that we kind of just were like, "You're our grandparents now." And they moved to Florida. My grandfather had a stroke, total left side paralysis. My grandmother took care of him. So
Mm.
we didn't know that anything like Visiting Angels existed. We always thought you just stay home as long as you can, and then you go to a facility. And there's so much in between, even more than what Visiting Angels offers with like home health and hospice, different things like that. And you know, I tell people all the time, like, your situation is our inspiration for starting this business. Like where you're at now, where you need help with your family member and providing care. That's why we started this. So
Mhm.
we do care. We are not, you know, it's people over profit every day. And we just want to make sure that people are taken care of. And that's why we partner with such great companies like The Key and
Mhm.
Amedisys Home Health and different things like that to make sure that if we can't provide care, that they can step in and help people and get
Mhm.
them help as quick as they need.
And I think that's another important thing is working with other companies. Like you're
Yeah.
not one of those that's just like, I'm not going to work with anyone else
I call it
because
co-opetition.
co-opetition. Oh, that's a good
'Cause
word. I
we do
like
the-
that.
I stole it from NASCAR, but
Co-opetition.
yeah, Daryl Waltrip used to say that on NASCAR races all the time. So,
Huh.
but you know, I look at it as, you know, if we can't help somebody, but a competitor can. If they call us and we give them that resource, then Visiting Angels is going to be top of mind. If they have
Mhm.
someone else in their life that needs help, they're going to call us first because they know that we're going to steer them the right way. So,
Perfect.
we are community minded in that way. We don't care if they become our client or not. We just want to see people get the care they need.
Well-
So, and that's why we have almost, I think, 32 awards on our wall.
They do.
And
They
in
have a
6
lot.
years,
I go in there. I'm not even
years,
sure how
that's
the
a lot.
shelves don't fall down. 'cause
I've got to
they're
put
all-
new shelves up. So
They're all like, you know, sagging like, under the weight
Yep.
of the fabulousness that is
Yes.
Visiting Angels.
Yep. Hope to add 3 more to it after Thursday.
So
You're gonna go get that shelf on the way
For
home today.
I am.
gracious
Yeah.
I'm gonna order from Amazon today because I
Yeah.
know they're.
I can see Mike now, like when he doesn't, like, are you gonna jump up and steal the award from the person who does win? Or you be like,
Yes.
that
It
should be
depends.
mine.
Depends on who wins it. If
Yes.
Libby wins something, I'm totally gonna take it from her.
It reminds me of. Do you ever see you know the part where in Miss Congeniality she goes to steal the crown from her
Yeah.
because the bomb's in it, but she's like the other girls are fighting her off because
Right.
they don't want her to take it. Like that's what that
Right.
kind of reminds me of. So real quick, I do want to mention 2 things that I personally am proud of. And then I want to, you know, talk to our other guests that are here with us today. But Central Virginia Business Coalition, guys, like I'm not here to talk about any awards. I ain't winning no awards, but
Yet.
yeah, we are up. If you're listening, vote best coffee talk, best networking event, Lynchburg Business Magazine. Definitely make that vote. We got I'm up for several awards, but I'm not gonna push those.
I am up for some of the
Um,
summer awards, so vote for me
yes.
first and you second.
I hate you. But no, we so we did for the month of January had 28 new members join in the month of Jan. It's
That's amazing.
amazing.
This is amazing. Wow.
28 new members, and the variety of the members is awesome. Like so many different types of members, like different businesses. They're from different areas. We had businesses join from Roanoke, from Lynchburg, from Concord, from all over. And I think for February we've already 6 or 7. Like it's been a really crazy. Like
Excellent.
it's just been constant. People have been messaging us, and so if you're out there listening and you want to know more, please contact our membership director, Andrea. She would be happy to help you and give you benefit information and talk with you about it. So it's Andrea at cvabc.org. So definitely reach out to her. She can give you all that information that you need. And then I was
just saying, one of the things I love about the CVABC is
Yeah.
like you guys all work as a team. So Andrea's not the only one that signs people up. It's, it's a group effort that have brought, because I think
Oh, yeah.
Autumn got Crumble
Right.
So she brought cookies on, so she's my favorite today.
She gets an award for that.
Shoot,
One, right?
I'll be honest. Like I was shocked about that one because
Right.
normally like nationwide, like the national companies are a little
Right.
bit more difficult
They are.
to bring on. But we've had it is a team effort, and it's not even just the three of us. Like we had even this past month, some of our delegates
Some of your
came in and
delegates,
made
your
phone
volunteer of
calls.
the year was killing it.
Wow.
Yes, and we had just member referrals. So businesses that have been members for years that are talking to other small businesses and say, hey, I've been a member of the CVABC, so you definitely need to join this organization. Like I feel like that's another big piece to one of the reasons we're so successful, because I think when someone else refers you, it's much better than me just going, hey, guess what? We're fabulous. I can tell you we're fabulous, but it's hearing it from other people that make
Right.
it, worth it. So I wanted to mention that. And then Woody, I got a post today. I got a message today from Facebook that said, "Talk Local to Me" had 9.1 thousand views this week in the last 7 days. 9.1 thousand. Probably because of Jeremy's tax information that he gave us last
I mean,
week.
that's some valuable information,
I
Jeremy.
highly doubt that.
Got you. I got
Take
you
your
there.
credit, man. That's
Yeah, I mean,
Might
no, I'm
be.
just saying I think that's the highest I've seen
Yep.
in people like and it wasn't views, it was what is it?
Reach.
Yeah, reach, but still I think that's views. It's people sharing it, it's people talking
yeah,
about
Actually
it, it's
seeing it. Yeah.
people posting. So
Yeah.
hey guys out there, thank you. Keep it
Appreciate
up.
it.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Keep sharing. Keep this little podcast alive. I love doing this podcast every week.
Yeah,
I think it's
great.
super fun. And I think we have good content and we have
Yep.
good information that goes out if you listen. It's not always just me rambling. I mean, sometimes it is. Sometimes I just ramble.
Majority.
But now, Jeremy, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now. I'm just kidding. But no, so just and I'm just doing that to kind of lead into our next, our guest. So some of you guys heard him last week. He was on the show with me, Jeremy,
No one's special.
with tax resolution accounting, and then you also have May here with us today. How are you?
It just,
Good. How are y'all doing?
Good.
it just so happened she walked in the office and I said, "Hey, I gotta go."
Yeah,
And I was like, "We're talking about credit. Come on." And
Perfect.
She's a credit expert. So
credit expert, and you're with AMA.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so just want to throw that information out there. So, all right, so we're talking. Okay, before we talk about credit, can I just ask you a quick question? Because I didn't read the note, and you may not know. You, Jeremy,
yeah.
or May, either one. I saw something today on Google, and I probably shouldn't, just be looking at Google, but it said something about like the IRS is asking people not to file their taxes right now. Did you see anything about that, or was it? I gotta look that back up.
Yeah, look that back up.
I don't know what. I
Yeah,
didn't read the
that's-
story. It's just one of those things that like pops up on the big screen, and,
Yeah.
and so
It
I'm
must
trying to
be
figure out
some-
is it.
Some attached to it, but that's not. Yeah, you definitely got to file your taxes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like they're slow. I don't
They're
know.
just trying to get you into something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they want you to file.
let me see if I can find it. But anyway, so
But yeah,
so
definitely.
we're gonna
show
talk
me. I
about
like
we're gonna
to
talk
see it.
about credit today.
Oh,
which is
okay,
super
alright.
important.
Yeah, and I know I'm throwing it off just a tad bit, but I wanted to talk. I mean, I know it's tax time, and we can kind of curve it and relate it to tax, but I wanted just small business owners just to understand how this credit works, because we all know that every business needs money.
Mm-hmm.
You can be very successful in business, but you still need money because you're buying up stuff.
Yep.
And money's tied up in investments, and money is tied up in this, and your kids are in college. You're going to need money. You're trying to help out a family member. So just services alone or sales is not enough in the business. You could have $500,000 in your account and you still need money.
Yeah.
Because you're probably planning for something else down the
Mhm.
road. So I just feel like people, especially small business owners, and I feel like that's who our audience is. I mean, we need to think more about our credit, especially on the business side. And we know that the business needs cash to fuel. It's the fuel for the company to run. So if you don't have no money, you have no business.
Right.
So if you're trying to drive on the highway and it's on E, guess what's gonna happen? You're pulling over. Same with your business. So And some people are not fortunate where they can get capital from other people who have
Mhm.
money and they come in with partners and stuff. And sometimes you start ground up. You just need a little bit of money to get started. So sometimes, you might run into those things when you go to the bank and they tell you what you need. And we're just going to talk about a little of those things
Right.
so you can, be ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll help with your taxes because you're spending more money.
So there you have it. Yeah, because I know credit is important, especially personally. You have your own your
Right.
personal credit, but how does that like affect your business? Because I know there's times like I've seen where people want to get like business lines of credit or things like that, and some people I think can use their actual business to get that, but then I've seen where some have to use their own personal. They
It's-
go into their own stuff.
It's two. I know, Mitt, you want to chime in,
Well,
don't you? Okay,
I'm
all
having
right.
issues now with a lot of these small business owners.
I'm gonna give my 2
Yeah.
cents after you, though.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's happening is a lot of them have no cash and they're having trouble running their businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So their credit is not their personal credit. They can't do anything because they're tied up.
Okay.
They're maxed out. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
yeah.
so now we have business credit where they can get that without a personal guarantee.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna tell you, at some point they still have to have good personal credit,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
no
Yeah,
matter what.
that's true.
Well, I would think your personal credit would be a kind of like, how does your business credit?
It's-
If you're a business owner, you want to have good. Does that make sense? Like your
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
credit should be good.
I'm gonna answer that directly.
Go
'cause,
right ahead.
I mean, May, she said it, but I'm gonna break it down. Break
Break
it
it.
down.
There you go.
Okay, so your personal credit has everything to do with your business credit.
Mm-hmm.
Most banks that you go to or strict lenders, they are going to look at your personal credit because you're going to be a personal guarantor to that loan.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It does not matter what you say, how much cash you got, how much this and that. If your credit is not good and you got high utilization, they're always going to say utilization needs to be under 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Some may say 40, but that's because your credit that affects your credit score, late payments,
Mm-hmm.
high debt to income ratio. So it's a formula. All those things affect your credit,
Mm-hmm.
and that affects your business credit. Now, when I say business credit, I'm talking more or less getting approved for business credit. Like if you go to a bank, you want a line of credit,
Mm-hmm.
or if you want a credit card, or if you get something in the mail and you want it in your business name,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to still pull your personal credit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, yes, that's how they're connected. But like May's saying, there are some companies out there that have a lot of capital together from other investors, and what they do is they allow you to they allow you to do it with no personal guarantor. Those loans are a little bit more they're easy to get and you can get funded within days, but you're paying a little bit more higher in interest.
Right.
But they're still good for people, and then sometimes the repayment is on weekly or bi-weekly basis and it's auto debited. Am I saying that right, May?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so those are good loans because like if you need quick money and you know that you're going to
Yep.
get that money back very quickly. Oh, you can chime in anytime you want
Yeah.
to.
So in the early days, we did that. We had we took out a loan to to just kind of keep things going, especially right when COVID started and gloves went to like $40 a box, and we go through probably every 2 months we go through about 100 boxes of gloves. So
Right.
Gravy.
yeah, so I'll let you add that up. That's a lot of money. So
Yeah.
and that's on top of rent, payroll taxes, all that stuff, feed my 19-year-old, all that. So, we got a like one of those, where we could get quick access to money, and we had a weekly payment, and it made it where it was very manageable. It came out automatically. We were able to budget easily, and it really got us through a hard time when everything just kind of shut down and we lost half our business in a day because all the
Mhm,
facilities closed us
mhm.
down.
Right.
So, I can definitely say firsthand experience that those loans they're great when you need the money right away. Yeah.
They are good loans. I'm gonna tell you, if you're not good with your money, do not get one of them loans
Mm-hmm.
because you will overdraft your account.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, businesses do overdraft their accounts.
Mhm.
I hate to inform you, but it happens.
Right.
So if you're not responsible with your money and you're pulling it out, you're making money and you're pulling it out for personal reasons a lot of distributions, a lot of owner draws. Here's the tax related part. then you don't need to. You have no business getting those type of loans. I don't care what Instagram says, Facebook. I don't care what them experts are saying. Do not get them loans.
Mm-hmm.
You're better off getting a bank loan or just don't get nothing because you need to reduce how you're
Yeah.
living.
Yeah,
What-
I just want to mention one thing. Yeah, and those loans, they can go after you and get everything you got.
Yep.
Right.
I've got people that are in the medical field are going through that now in Maryland, and they're going to be shut down soon. They've been in business for years.
So let me ask you, like, and I get what you're saying, like with business owners that are, they're small business owners, so they own their own business. What about for like organizations? Like, so let's, for example, like myself,
Yes.
the Central Virginia Business Coalition is not my business. I do not own it. I'm just the executive director. How does that work for someone that wants to go out and get a loan, something like that, or a line of credit or something for a business that they don't necessarily own? Does that
If
make
you
sense? Like,
don't-
how do you
yeah.
do that without like your personal credit getting involved or?
Then you have to get one of those loans.
Okay.
And what you do is, being that you have an organization and you know that you have receivables that's going to come in that's pretty consistent, that's how you make your judgment, which, you already know that.
Right.
But so those loans are good for those reasons. Because what you can do is you build a relationship with that lender
Mm-hmm.
that has the capital, and they'll start you out with a certain amount, and they'll say you got paid weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually you keep getting money from them. They'll let you go to monthly, and
Mhm.
your interest rate lowers. So that's where those loans become good because you build a relationship, and every lender wants you to build a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So they need you to be able to prove to them you can pay it back.
Got
Right.
it.
Also, American Express is one of the best ones for those type of organizations.
Okay.
They've got a card for everything.
Yeah.
Right.
That's actually what we did. Was American Express.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Amex.
Well, they work a lot with small business because they're the sponsors behind like National Small Business,
Right.
like Small Business Saturday, and all of those things. So that would make sense.
Yes, they're the best out there.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that-
definitely. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, and that's great for like because like the CVABC, like doing this evening of elegance, like you've got a lot of money that has to come out ahead of time. And the money
Yes.
comes back in.
Correct.
But and like you even have wonderful sponsors that sponsor events like that. Who's the
Mhm.
sponsor for that event? again?
Oh, the sponsor of our evening of elegance. I'm so sorry. I should have said that.
Some-
The sponsor of our evening of elegance is Visiting Angels.
Oh, look at that! What a coincidence! I
I-
just happen to be here.
Wow.
I'm so
And
sorry.
so you have a lot of expense that goes out like that, but like we split our sponsorship. We're paying out for it. We did the package where we could do it for a year.
Yeah.
So like you're not getting all of that money from us right
Correct.
away, but you still have all the expenses
Yep.
to put the event on. And like a line of credit would do a lot of good for the CVABC.
Yeah, I agree with that, and and I'm sure other businesses have the same thing where like materials and stuff they're having to pay for it ahead of time before they're going to get the payment in and
Yes.
things like that. But you're exactly right because like even now, like we do our Empower event in May. Well, I had to pay for the title, the licensing for our Athena Award and everything, months before, and so that comes out of the budget way ahead of time before we start selling tickets, and then it can sometimes cramp up your normal
Cash
your
flow.
cash
It just
flow,
messes
your
cash flow up.
you've budgeted, but still. And then there's always, people always have unexpected expenses. You never know what's going to unexpectedly, hit, and you need that extra cash.
Yep. So, and let me kind of give a little. Excuse me. Let me see. Okay, all right, we got time.
Yeah, we got time. We got about
Heather,
another.
I don't know why
13
I'm just
minutes.
time conscious for some reason. I don't know.
I got you. Well, I'm gonna wrap you up when I'm like,
Okay.
hey, Jeremy, tell us how we can get a hold of you.
Hey, you're
That's where
at
we go.
least I think about it because I could be that rambler, and then you're like, "Wait,
I am that rambler. No, because I'll just be like, Jeremy.
okay, you'll
Slap
cut me
the
off.
table.
All right, I know now. Let me make the connection of this personal credit and the business credit, because what a lot of I'm gonna give a strategy because I
Okay.
feel like a lot of people need to do this, and I just really, from my interaction with small business owners, a lot of business owners, especially when you started your business from the ground up or you bought into a business, either one, what they do is on their personal life, they get personal credit cards. And I think personal credit cards are great. But if you're trying to build, because you have more leverage to get more money in business credit if you don't have, because your utilization rate screws you when you're trying to get business credit because they always look at that and debt to income ratio. That's one of the two top things. Of course, the credit score, we know they look at that, but if your utilization rate is high, they're going to be like, hey, American Express, Capital One, Chase, we need you to pay down $10,000 each on those to get it where it needs to be. So what you need to do is, on these small business owners, you need to start getting business credit cards in your business name, and start getting the lines of the limits increased little by little, and then get off of them the personal cards. Because let's just be real, most small business owners are using them personal cards for their business
So
anyways.
that's what I was just going to ask you though. But aren't you not supposed to do that? Is that not taboo? Like, are you not supposed to use it for business, or
No.
how does that work?
Oh, May, you want to chime in?
Yeah, your personal's for your personal, your business for your business.
Right.
And it makes
Okay.
it easier for accounting when you get your books done. Believe me, I've done that before, okay?
It does. And May is right on that, but I'm going to give you a little loop around on that. Yes, you're right, Heather, but a lot of people can't get the business credit. So what they'll do is they can get that personal credit card or line of credit or a loan. They'll take and shove that money into the business, which is okay. But at some point, you want to get away from intermingling stuff.
Right.
You don't want to keep that. It's just a headache.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to keep dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I highly suggest strategy. Get away from these personal cards. Just have a couple
Mm-hmm.
and hardly ever use them, because reality speaking, you're using them for business anyways.
Right.
Get on them business cards. Let the business line of credit increase. Now, of course, you got to have 2 years in business for the line of credit.
Mm-hmm.
But for the business credit cards, you can get them right away. American Express, I think that's one of the top ones to
But you
get.
have to have a certain score to get.
Right.
get
Yeah, that's
them.
tied to your score, of course. But
So yeah, that's that. And then also just to mention to y'all, I do have a program where I can give up
Yes.
to 20 accounts on your business without a personal guarantee.
Okay.
yeah, May's company, she has a program where she can give business lines of credit. Business. Hold on, what's it called again?
I can give credit cards, business lines of credit.
No,
without,
no, not lines
without
of
a
credit.
personal guarantee.
No.
What?
What's it called when you go to like Capital One and you can leverage their,
Pre-qualify me.
no,
What?
all right, what's your business
No.
product that you offer that you can give to
I'm sorry, trade lines.
trade lines? Yes.
I
Okay.
got trade lines with all banks.
That is a fast way to increase your business score, because you have your business credit. They also, when you're building business credit, they go off a Paydex score,
Mm-hmm.
and those trade lines help increase that if it's low. They
Okay.
like to see it at 80's the highest
Yeah,
score.
50 to 100 points, I can get it up.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, real quick,
Average
May,
score,
tell us your kind of information, because about your business. Like, give a quick kind of synopsis of what AMA does.
So, we do tax resolution work, we do credit repair, and we're really into the credit repair. We do for the personal and for the business. By the time you leave me, you're going to have plenty credit on both ends. And not many companies do that. And like I said, we've got the trade lines. We have package programs where we help people get their lines of credit together.
Mm-hmm.
I get them bank loans with regular banks right here in our town. I work with a lot of these banks where I can help push some things through for them. So that's one of our main things we do. I help with tax liens. I remove tax liens, judgments. I work deals on judgments. And I've literally had some of that stuff taken off your credit as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so we do a lot of stuff. We're problem solvers.
And I'm gonna tell you one big thing that I love about AMA, and AMA is a like a sister brother company. We're very related. TRA AMA.
Right.
We worked very close together side by side. I'm gonna tell you one good thing I like about them without being too biased is when it comes to getting your credit repaired. Let's say you're trying to buy a house and you need a 620 and you got like a 580.
Mm-hmm.
If they see something immediately on there that can help boost it, they get on the phone and with those bureaus. These other larger companies, I don't even know their names, but
None of
all
them
they
do
do
that.
is just write up letters, sign them, and send them off, and you got to wait.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, when they do it, they get on the phone. It gets quick results.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, if you want to get a house, because we help buyers all the time. We help buyers get into houses. Just they got a low score. We go in there and see. She sees where they got collections that they need to pay off, or they got lots of late payments. They can get them removed, and then she'll get on the phone, not write a letter to get it removed. And there's a
I've had
difference.
many
in that.
removed, guys. Listen to me. The hardest thing to remove in these days, student loan late payments.
Gotcha.
I've had one. I think we've gotten rid of maybe 100 and some late pays in a 10-year period. That was very, very
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, pay your student loans, people.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Are they still in a?
That's not going to happen.
Deferring payments.
Yeah, are they still doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were or not.
Mhm.
I probably should check because my son has student loans, so I probably should check with him.
Well, they're trying to work that thing, but I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah,
Still pay them though.
still pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because you're still gaining interest even right now while they're deferred. I believe. I don't know if they've stopped the interest from accruing, but yeah. So I think what you put out there today though is really important because I know there are a lot of small businesses that are kind of trying to figure out where the money's going to come from to do, even if it's just something small that they need to have done to either grow their business or sustain their business to keep themselves in business. And so being able to reach out to you guys or even taking some of what you've said today and applying that to their business.
Yeah, I
is
want to
awesome.
mention something.
Oh, we almost got through without the train. I almost was going to say we have not even had a train today, and here it comes. I can hear it. So sorry.
Hello, train.
Yeah, real quick, I wanted to mention I had a client who couldn't get a loan anywhere. So she wanted to do a HELOC on her home. It's the second, it didn't happen. She owed a lot of debt. So you know what I was able to do? I was able to get someone on board to give us a consolidation loan for $110,000. Knocked her payment down by $3,000 a month. So she's able to pay extra on that loan, still pay her house payment, and she owes nothing besides that.
That's awesome.
And paid a second loan off too.
Okay. That's
very hard to get.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, so okay, here we go. Jeremy, I'm gonna get you to tell us first, like, how can people get a hold of you to talk about, the taxes or the information you've talked about, and then I'm gonna shoot it over to May, and May, you give them how can they get a hold of you for AMA, so that they can either work because I know y'all also work together, so it might be a good opportunity for people to come and work with both of you, if they have some issues with taxes, credit, all that stuff.
Yeah. Definitely. Jeremy Lassiter Company Tax Resolution Accounting. We're at 500 Stewart Street, and our office number is 434-338-7149. Also, we're on Facebook and LinkedIn. So, and I just want to add one quick thing.
Go ahead.
If you have someone that wants to know how to get one of these loans, I don't get any credit for it. I'm talking about the non-personal guarantor. I have a company that I work with. I can share who they are. I just can't remember the name right now. But.
Gotcha.
All
And May?
Yes, my company's AMA Consulting and Business Services, Inc. We're located at 500 Stewart Street, Lynchburg, and we also have a location in Madison Heights, 130 Laurel Drive. You can reach me at 434-382-8920.
Perfect. And then Mike, I didn't, Visiting Angels.
You can reach me at Mike at CVABC. No, wait, that's not right.
Oh, that's not your
Uh,
address.
If you wanted to send me an email, you can reach me at mike.norfield@visitingangels.com. You can go to visitingangels.com/Lynchburg, and there's a little chat box on the left. You can start talking to that, and it actually comes to my phone. So
Awesome.
you can talk to me there, or if you want to call us, or you can call us at 434-439-4698.
Very cool. Well, and I also want to say, with the Central Virginia Business Coalition, all three of these businesses right here are sponsors. They're annual sponsors of our organization. So, we thank you guys so much because without you guys, there's things we are not able to do. We talk about all the different events and the things we do. Well, we do it because of our sponsors. And for our small businesses that are members, the perks that you get, the availability for billboards and advertising, it's because of these guys. And then I know Mike and I we were joking about Visiting Angels being the sponsor of today's show. However, we actually do have sponsor opportunities for Talk Local to Me. And like you heard, 9.1 thousand views this week. I know we've looked at our numbers for 2022. We're hitting anywhere between 300 and 500 live listeners an episode. Like that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in being a sponsor of the show, Woody and I will be able to put together a commercial, whether it's an intro to the show, the outro to the show, just having me, say, hey, our sponsor today is so-and-so, and that's cool. So, not expensive. We're looking at about $100 to $250 a month, depending on what option you want. But keep us rolling along here at Talk Local to Me. If you want to be a sponsor, definitely would love to have you. So just let us know. But that's it. We're done for today. Remember, next week, 12:30, we're going to be podcasting live from 805 Burks Hill Road with the ribbon cutting of Porterhouse Catering. Have a great rest of your work week, and we will see you next week.